No, it's good. I'm fine with it.
Jeez, man, I wonder why you're so drained.
Because I just took 3-4 shits. Dude, I'm trying to figure out. I'm walking Lexi, and I'm like, are we rolling?
Yeah, we're going.
I'm trying to figure out, like, why do dogs not have to wipe their ass? Like, you've seen Lexi's ass is like pink as shit, right? Does she really have shit on there? She's like walking all around the house and rubbing the shit off? Or is it because we have cheeks and they like grab the shit?
Oh, that's a good point. It's the cheeks, but also she does get shit on her asshole sometimes.
Oh, then she does that walk.
I've seen her take shits where she really struggles with it, and she is pushing and pushing, and it's not coming out smoothly. And she'll rub her ass on the ground, and then when she gets back here, she'll lick the shit out of her asshole.
It's so gross. Throw her in the bathroom if she ever does that.
But you're right, it's the cheeks.
It's got to be the cheeks. It's got to be the cheeks. Like, but I've tried to like hold mine open to see if it like this current bout of.
It's a little different,
dude. I ate this shrimp ring I thought out on Sunday for the threesome, which was
wait, shrimp before the threesome?
No. We were just like snacking on shit. I pulled a shrimp ring out of the freezer. And I've eaten it today, and it's all great. And I eat one, and it's down before I realize it tastes bad. And I'm like, oh, shit, that was a bad. I don't know what it was.
It found bad?
It wasn't horrible, but it was like, oh, that's going to feel bad later. Sure enough, that was like 4 hours ago.
And now it's coming back up.
This is the time. It takes that long, usually. And so I'm on like 4 Imodium and 4 Gas-X at this point.
Trying to fight it.
I'm like, oh, man. I need to tell my boss I may not be in tomorrow if I'm that
bad, huh?
I don't know, man. Like, we'll see.
Eventually, there's nothing left to come out.
Yeah, but people get dehydrated.
Oh, yeah.
You end up in the hospital or IV. So
more people die of diarrhea every year than die of every other cause of death. Yeah. Even just natural death.
Except alcohol. No.
Diarrhea.
No, I know. Like, speaking of booze. Actually, I'm going to switch subjects. I went to see the evaluator, and he's looking at me, and he's like, remember my ex's lawyer wrote him, and he's like, Chris is doing all this blah, 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 porn and all this.
It's on your Instagram.
It didn't have anything on it. And he's like, look, I was like, do I need to respond to that stuff? He's like, dude, even if you were doing it, you're not doing it around the kids, so it's not relevant. Mm-hmm. He goes, if you were like, had lube all that crap around the kids shooting porn, yeah, then we'd have something to talk about. But there's nothing to talk about. And he even doesn't care about like. And he cares, but he's not like. He's like, are you doing drugs around the kids? He's asked her that. Is he doing drugs around the kids? No. He doesn't exhibit the signs of an addict. He's not been in. He's not in jail. He's never had a DUI. He's never been in trouble. He's never lost a job.
Dude, how is it?
At some level, you got to realize you're the one that's wrong.
Yes.
Idiot. Like, everybody likes him, everybody hates you. Maybe you should like take a look at yourself on some level.
Yeah. How is it that she doesn't have a DUI with how much she drinks?
She usually just drinks she doesn't drink all day.
All right.
She's just I would say she's like a functioning moderate addict. Like, she doesn't drunk. But she does use every fucking day.
Yeah.
Oh, so the guy tells me, he's like, look, he goes, this is over. You're not going to have any of these things going on anymore. He's like, there may be some language in there, like, and I sort of cut him off, and I was like, I sort of like a lot right now. I go, I wouldn't mind if there was language in there that said we can't drink or use drugs around the kids and we're responsible for them. And he's like, yeah, that should be in there. That's going to hurt her so bad because she drinks every day.
Yeah.
I don't drink. I don't need to drink.
Yeah.
I don't need to use drugs.
Yeah.
So it doesn't bother me. It's funny that that's going to backfire on.
It's about time something like that happens that it really affects her, because she's been affecting years.
No, I know. But like, I love it, the fact that like this guy's going to come back and be like, look, you're wrong on everything. Stop. Mm-hmm. I said, do you think she's going to fight it? And he's like, well, I said, he said, I said, duh. It's like I'm using a vocal filler crap. He said, I'm trying not to use vocal fillers, that she doesn't have the energy.
Yeah, you're good.
I was thinking about maybe I should say it on air, because she probably doesn't have the energy or finances to fight it. Uh-huh. And plus the court, if the unbiased evaluator says like this is the way it should be, and she goes and fights that, it looks really bad. Uh-huh. So it's almost like the end of the road.
Oh, okay.
This is why her lawyer's trying to fight it.
Uh-huh.
You know that story?
Yeah.
In court, and I told my lawyer, I said, don't tell him to pay for the whole thing until we have to. Because she was supposed to split it. And her lawyer comes back. She's like, she has a meager income. And she doesn't make a lot. And he's like, he goes to the judge. He's like, we can pay for the whole thing. And her lawyer's, blah, 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 blah. And the judge goes, perfect. Okay, good.
It shows you're trying to work at it.
The thing is, like, why wouldn't you want a fair and unbiased evaluation for your children? If you really cared about your children, you're not just about winning and having an upper hand. You would want a fair and unbiased. Like, anyway, if you cared about your kids, that's what you would want, is a fair and unbiased opinion on what's best for the children.
Yeah.
Not winning. But when you have the upper hand, it's hard to give that up even before that.
So did he pretty much complete his evaluation and now it's off to...
He's got one more thing where he has to see me and my son together. I mean, man, my daughter is 18 now, so she's relevant to the court things.
Is this the first joint one? Have you been doing joint ones all along, or is this the first?
No. I've never met him with Andy.
No, with your son.
Yeah. He's. I met with him 3 or 4 times, and she met with him 3 or 4 times. Then he went over to my ex's place with them, and now he's going to come here with my son.
Cool.
He said it's only like 30 minutes. It's pretty much a formality at this point. And my lawyer told me, I told him what was going on, and he said, well, let's take it with a grain of salt till the report comes out. And I read it back, and I go, dude, if this report doesn't come out in my favor, after I haven't gotten in any trouble, I'm supporting 2 households, I've gotten promotions, then I'm taking my money, I'm quitting my job, and moving to a Caribbean island, and I'm done. And I'm dead 100% serious. I'll be shooting this from a Caribbean island. I got plenty of money to live on a Caribbean island until I die. I'll buy a 42-foot sailboat. I'll live there, and I'll go to a Caribbean island. Hurricane comes, I'll sail to somewhere else. Yeah. I'm done. I'm not gonna. You want to be a single mom? I'm gonna let you be a single mom.
Yeah.
See how you do that, because it's. I told Sydney like what I pay her, as a monthly. Man, he's like, I'm a single mom. I'm like, well, self-inflicted first.
Yeah.
You lied in a goddamn court thing. You were proven that you lied. You still have that brand. And
she's not.
And Sydney's like, she said she's a single mom, but she gets that much money. I give her a lot of goddamn money for a month. I'll say on here what I give her. I give her $5,000 a month right now after taxes. I don't care. That's a lot of damn money. And California says I owe her more, and I've insinuated to a lawyer, and I mean it. If you try to get more, I'm done. I'm not going to pay you more. I'm going to quit working. I'm going to move someplace. I'm going to play my guitar. We're just singing, and I'm just done. I don't need to be a slave for you.
Yeah.
I don't care what people say about the criminal justice system, or not criminal. The court system isn't fair to whatever. I don't care. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to go to work because somebody else will have my money the rest of my damn life. I'm done with it.
That's not a bad nuclear option, is it?
It's a nuclear option. I'm mutually assured destruction on that. I'm dead freaking serious.
But you don't actually walk out of it bad. You don't walk out of it fucking blown up. You walk
I've got a lot of money. I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
I am done.
Yeah.
If they try to take more, I am just done.
Yeah.
I'll nuclear it. I'll blow up. I'll flip the chessboard. I'll blow up the whole goddamn thing. I don't care. I'm done. My son will forgive me when he gets to be 18.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit there and support that asshole.
Yeah, no, it's gone on too long. It's she's done
way too much for being a piece of crap. Really, she's drained. Like, what does she do?
Yeah.
She makes my children's life hard by being emotionally abusive and making the house miserable to live in. What does she do for anybody? So
she's got that awareness. You think of like, oh, I can't.
No, she thinks like, I think she's really so angry at me for not being what she wants me to be that she doesn't really see her own problems. Like, she just can't see them. And I think that people around her just don't want to deal with her, so they don't tell her.
Back on again.
Yeah, and hopefully that shit's coming down soon, and it'll all be settled once and for all, right?
Yeah, what was I saying? I got distracted.
Talking about the case and how she's been sort of being an asshole and just coasting along.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's whatevs, I guess. She's a little fatty. I actually said that to the evaluator. I go, it's actually offensive to me, to somebody who's gained so much weight in COVID from drinking and shoving chips in their face, actually talks about my unhealthy lifestyle.
Wow.
It's true, though. Are you kidding me? You're going to talk to me about health, and you can barely walk. Your feet hurt. You can't walk.
Yeah.
She's never been a work. The thing is, like, this is what happens to people that in their 20s skate by and never have to work out.
Mm-hmm.
They end up not changing their habits,
Yeah.
not developing good habits, and then, you're a size 0. Size 0 when we met, now you're like a size 35. No, I don't know what size she is, but she's gotten fat.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, it's like she ate herself. I can't imagine what her boyfriend's like. What the hell happened to you?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, when he got with her, she was already halfway there, so I guess he saw.
I mean, it wasn't. You haven't seen her, dude. I'm telling you, you haven't seen it.
I've seen photos. She's
It's insane.
Chubster.
Definitely not like my threesome girls.
No. About that.
About that. So,
A couple nights ago, something fucking
oh god.
went
Yeah.
down.
So I don't know. What I'm gonna do is like intro it, but I'm gonna not go into details because Sydney will watch it. I'm gonna tell Sydney, if you want us to not hear what you don't want to hear, stop now for 10 minutes.
She claims she's never heard a single episode of this.
No, she has. She told me the other day because she got upset about something, and I go, "Hey, if you're gonna listen to my episodes that are basically unfiltered, you gotta
You're
know."
used to it, but that's so mind-boggling to me that we directly ask her, "Have you heard the show?" And she's like, "Nope, never."
Oh,
heard
she's
an
a
episode.
liar!
Never
Come on,
sent it to
dude.
me."
She lies her ass
And she
off.
sticks by it. She's like, "Nope, I haven't.
She's full of shit. You know she's full of crap.
Yeah. I'm inclined to give people the benefit of the doubt, and when she says she
Dude,
hasn't,
never
I'm like,
give anybody the benefit of a
I'm
doubt
like-
when you know the truth.
I'm thinking maybe she has.
It's like when she's like, "No, guys never talk to me when I'm
Yeah.
alone." I'm like, "Liar, you liar."
You're used to it. You know it.
Yeah. Like the pool, she was alone for like 2 seconds before the guy comes up and is like, "You want to go to? We have a party over here."
Yeah.
And then everybody sees me with her. I don't look like a guy you're gonna fuck with. I don't think. I come back upstairs and I go back down and there's this guy like sitting in front of, like trying to talk to her on the chair. She's not even looking at him. And I just I see him and I walk up and I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And I do the fist bump, but not like a, "Hey, how's it going, man?" It was more like a, "Get the fuck out of my territory."
Yeah.
And he just was like, "Okay, bye."
Yeah.
And he leaves.
Yeah.
I despise guys that make me have to do that. I have no choice, though. I realized that at the bar the other day. For me to be congruent with who I feel like I am, they put me in a position to, even if I got my ass kicked, I have to do something. Because if I pussed out, it would unravel everything I believe about myself.
Mm-hmm.
So even at the expense of an ass kicking, they make me have to do something when they pull that shit. But they know I'm with her. She even on Friday, when the threesome girl canceled because she had a period, moved her. We went to the Red. We went to the bathroom. We were leaving. I'm the most obvious guy there. Everybody there sees me, and they see her with me, right? I come out of the bathroom. There's a couple trying to talk to her about they didn't never say that, but I know what the frick they're doing. They were a good-looking couple. The girl was hot.
Mm-hmm.
They had just come up to her, so she had been like, "Hi." And I ignored their existence because I'm like, "Fuck you. I'm not even going to introduce myself when you're that, fuck off." So I went up to her. I was like, "Let's go." I grabbed her and left. I just ignored their frickin' existence. That's what I pretty much do to everybody that does now. Just ignore their existence. And then I was at that club I told you about that. I'm like, "Stop it." The person's like, slinks off. Don't make me have to frickin' kick your ass or get my ass kicked. Prove it I am who I say I am, asshole. Anyway. I mean, you really have no choice at some level. If you establish you're a certain type of person, what if you got in a fight and I didn't jump in?
Yeah.
Like, that would unravel who I am as a person. I got no frickin' choice.
Yeah.
Right? So, I would say, though, like, if it was somebody that I didn't know who they were, I wouldn't necessarily get in because I don't know if they started it. But I would assume you wouldn't have started any shit.
Yeah.
That you didn't have to start.
Right.
So anyway, Friday, I tell her, first of all, Sydney's not had to ever do game on a girl before, right? So her game sucks.
Yeah.
She's got girl game. She's the one that always gets called. She never gets canceled on. So I say, text her about lunch, ask her what she likes to drink, Ask her if she's allergic to anything. That's all you got to say. So she texted her, didn't get a response. I was like, oh, this shit's canceling, right? So then I can't remember what I said. I said something else later. And then she's like, I'm so sorry, blah, 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 blah. I got my period. I thought it would be gone. It'll definitely be gone by Sunday. The way she wrote it, she had got the first message. Girls don't not get messages, so I knew that. So when I sent the second one, I was like, okay, well, it's the second test. Let's see what happens. Oh, I know what it was. I told her to say, tell her that, because Sydney gets to my house, and she's like, I'm sort of nervous. I didn't think I was. And I go, you should tell her that. I said, tell her, say, hey, I just got to my boyfriend's house. I just noticed I'm really nervous. I bet you probably are too. Everything will be cool. It's just we're going to get together. No pressure. If nothing happens, that's fine. We're just going to get to know each other. Don't worry. Chris knows what he's doing. He'll take care of everything. She responded like, boom, like that. Because I know what the fuck I'm doing. But it was funny because Sydney had never been like, then she responded with that long message like I'm really sorry. Sydney's like, wow. I go, you've never been turned down before, have you? You've never been flaked on. And she's like, no. And I go, this is what guys go through. It doesn't matter how hot they are all the fucking time with girls. Am I coming through okay?
Yeah, I think you are. Maybe a little further.
Like this?
Just separate it like that, yeah.
I feel like maybe it's these aren't up. So it's okay. I can, turn these up just a little bit. Okay, there we go. So maybe a little bit. So it was just funny to see Sydney finally realize what we go through with flaking. Because guys are always there to pick up the pieces when a girl flakes. They're like, they'll still see them. Well, me, I'm more of a fuck you when you flake. Though her message was long enough for me to feel like, okay, she has investment. She really wants to be here. She's like, I was really looking forward to it. I was excited about it. I'm just having my period. So Sunday comes. Oh, no, we said, okay, well, you know what? Then come over Sunday. It wasn't a question anymore. It's like, come over. Because she had said Sunday. Said, that's okay. I said, Chris is with his kids on Saturday. I wanted to get that in there. First of all, you got to get the I can't do it. Like, I've got shit going on. So I can't do Saturday.
Was she asking for Saturday?
No, but I wanted to make sure it was like very clear that like I got my kids come first. You know, you have to almost throw that value in there. Like I'm not waiting for you. I'm not going to ask you for Saturday. So Chris has his kids on Saturday. Come over Sunday for brunch. We'll get to know each other, and then if it works out, we'll do something. And at noon. So we got up, and Sydney was like, and I go, look, I'm not getting excited about anything because I know how things work, and. So I say, hey, I'm going to run to the store, ask her the same questions as before. And she didn't respond right away, but then she responded by the time I got back, and she's like, my period's still on. And I was sort of like, oh, fuck this girl. This is what I'm thinking, like, whatever. And it wasn't like I didn't believe her. It was just like I was sort of over it. And Sydney's like, I was like, I'm over it. And she's like, yeah, me too. And I was like, whatever. I go, you know what? I said, fine. I said, you want to give her a chance? You can. I don't care. But we need to control the narrative. It's really about controlling the narrative because the girl says at the end of her text, but if you want to get together for lunch, I can still do that anyway. And I was like, no lunch. I said, tell her, that's cool. We're running behind. Come over. Instead of 12, I said, change the time on her. We don't do the same time anymore because she was establishing the rules. I'm like, no, I established the rules. I said, come over. I said, that's cool. Come over at like 1 or 2. I can't remember what it was exactly. I said, come over at 1. We're running a little bit behind anyway, and we could just have drinks at Chris's place. Yeah. It was like, take the lunch off the table. Yeah. Now it's, you're coming over for drinks at Chris's place. We'll get to know each other, and we can just set up something for later. And sort of knowing, like, it's still going to happen with the period because I got a waterproof blanket, and I don't give a shit. So, of course, she responds back. She's like, okay, cool. I'll do that. And I was like, if she doesn't respond favorably, fuck her. This is just my attitude. Yeah. And so she responded that she was coming over. So I got the waterproof blanket out. I put it on the bed. I said, just in preparation, which was actually one of the keys. Because when she came over, Sydney took her in there. I go, oh, show her. Sydney takes her in, and she shows her the waterproof blanket, and the girl was like immediately like relaxed. Oh, wow. She's like, trust me, Chris doesn't give a shit. I've never met a guy that gives less of a shit about periods than this guy. So got everything cleaned up, And I told her I would go get the girl from her car. Oh, and I used my date map. Sydney still had a copy of my old date map that I used to send to everybody.
To show her where to park.
And she says, where do I go? She sends it to her. She's like, Chris used to use this when he used to date a lot and used to be a hoe or something like that. And she sent it to her. And the girl's like, LOL, blah, blah, blah. Thank you. Perfect. It's funny. I only had one girl ever complain about that map. Everybody else is like, that's so helpful. It's so cute. Thank you.
It was the girl who thought it was like, oh, thanks for mansplaining
it. That was the one that ended up getting the rash in my bed.
Yeah. She made it to your bed, but then
she broke out in hives or something from the Lexi hair.
Yeah.
It was worth not getting laid to watch her freak out.
Yeah. So Sydney, she was cool with you going down and getting her by herself?
Yeah, so I was a little bit, though, like, how do I introduce myself to this girl? Because I want to make sure Sydney's at ease. So I did the normal hug. I hugged her. She was a little bit off of it. Not quite pelvis to pelvis. So I was like, okay. And then I took her hand, like, immediately, just like a date. Just took her hand, walked in with her, and talked to her. But on the way in, I said, just so you know, like, I do love Sydney, and it's really important to me that she feels respected. I said,
good. That's good.
So it ended up being the key to the whole thing. This girl had already been with like 4 couples and turned them all down because the guy had been like, I just want to spice up the marriage. And I was the first one that was like, my girlfriend's important. I love her. I want to make sure she feels respected. And that was the reason she ended up like just sort of
going with that.
Like just wanting to do it.
Yeah.
But I guess she had been like, I don't want to be responsible for a breakup or blah, blah, blah with the other people, I found that really interesting, just sort of being honest about the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because that's not a weak statement to make. That's actually a pretty strong statement to make. Like, you could go home if there's going to be anything else. Like, I'm sending a 23-year-old girl with a freaking fat ass home.
Yeah.
Like, curly hair, too.
Yeah.
Right, my thing, curly hair.
Sure.
I was sending her home if that was a problem. And she was like, the whole time, I want what Sydney wants. I want what Sydney wants. When it came to like, are there any things you don't do? I was sort of setting it. I was doing it sort of like a dom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is there anything that are no-goes for you? She goes, well, you can do anal. She goes, just give me some warning.
She would do anal just right off the go like that?
Yeah, but just let me get prepped. Give me a few minutes to get like in the headspace for it.
Wow. She was ready to go.
She was.
You didn't end up going there though.
Nah, you know how I am. I like the only reason I like anal is it's very like submissive, dominant type of thing. But there's like a pussy in front of me. It's hard for me to go for the ass when there's a pussy.
Yeah.
So I told her, I was like, well, okay, my rules, no shit, no pee. And she's like, oh yeah, no shit, no pee. And I was like, yeah, I'm just like establishing this. When I say no go, when I mean it,
Yeah.
I told her to use safe words if there's a problem. Like I think yellow and red is usually what I use. I probably told her that. She said, don't worry, I'll speak up if there's a problem. Which is weird to have that kind of conversation, because you don't have that on a date a lot of times. But it just comes from that place of kink.
This was all later on when you guys were together with Sydney.
Yeah, this was back upstairs.
So you come up, you chit chat with her.
Another key thing I did when I got her upstairs, I told Sydney, hey, Sydney, as soon as I meet her, I'm going to talk for about 5 minutes. Then I'm going to the store so you guys can get to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted Sydney and her to be
comfortable
with each other. So immediately, I said, hey, for a minute, and then I said, hey, I'm going to go to the store. I'll be back. And I took off to the Bevmo.
What'd you drink?
Oh, no, I took off. I don't know where I went. It doesn't matter.
You want to get drinks and stuff, yeah.
I just left. I wanted to give them time alone.
Mm-hmm. What'd she ask for, though, when you said, would you like to drink? You remember if it was like wine or fucking...
I already had drinks.
Tequila.
I forgot what I went... I left... I don't remember what I went to do. Maybe I went to let Lexi out. Oh, I went to let Lexi out. That's what it was. It wasn't... I'd already gone to get drinks. Okay. I can't remember what I did.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Maybe it wasn't Lexi. I don't know what the hell I did. I left, and I came back. The reason I remember that... I'm on the way back upstairs, and near the bank of boxes I have to pick up packages down there, like the Amazon leaves. There's this girl. It's this little Asian girl. She's cute, but she's okay. She's good looking.
Yeah.
She's like trying to figure out on her phone how to open the thing because you send you a code when you get a package, but you don't have to use the code. You can just use your phone number and a pass. And I look at her and I said, "Are you waiting to get a package?" She said, "Yeah." So I let her get her package, and I go, "It's a lot easier. You can set up an account, and put your phone number in, and then she uses a little PIN code, and you can open these up. You don't have to have your phone or look. And she's like, oh, really? Okay, cool. And I go get my package. I look, and she's still there. I was like, so, and she goes, do you live here? And I go, yeah. I said, I live right up there, the balcony. And she's like, okay. She's sort of waiting. I go, how you doing? She goes, good. I go, did you just move here? She goes, yeah. And I was like, I go, how about you? She goes, yeah, I live over there. I was like, I got 2 girls upstairs, and this girl's waiting for me to like ask her out. And I go, I'm Chris. She goes, I'm Jennifer or Jenny. And I go, okay, cool. I said, you know what? I'll remember remember you when I see you next time.
There you go. Smooth exit.
It was just funny because she just, you could tell she was.
Yeah. Maybe you had that sort of like
give a shit
aura emanating from you.
That's
too.
been like my whole life the last couple of weeks, not giving a shit. I don't know how much more I could get I'm not getting opened in the way like a girl's going up, you want to go out, but they're constantly talking to me now.
Yeah.
It's ever since that session with Ryan and I stopped really giving a shit, my options have gone so wide open. It's been ridiculous. But the problem is I don't give a shit. So I'm just like, all right, well, I'll see you guys later. I'm going to go meet my girlfriend now.
But do you still like sort of walk away from that and back here with a little pep in your step, knowing that just went down?
I'm just noticing it. It isn't really pepping my step anymore. I don't care. I really don't give a shit.
Wow.
I don't know how to. It's such a dichotomy or whatever you want to call it.
I guess that's what happens to girls.
They have so much options. They just don't care.
Yeah.
It is. It's like they live their life in this like abundant state, and we live our lives in this scarcity state. Men do, and I'm now living in their state of abundance. Like, oh, if Sydney and me are done, like we're seeing each other all the time, so my sexual needs are always met. If she decides she's done, I get laid within like 2 days, easy, or 1 day. It's not a problem. I've plenty of girls I can meet and bring them right up here the same day I meet them.
Yeah,
they're all over the place out there. They're all over. I'm talking to them. I'm not even doing anything. I'm not even trying. I'm just like, hey, what's up? I mean, I'm not hitting on them. They're just waiting.
Yeah.
You're going to ask my for a number? No, I'm not going to ask for your number, actually. I'm going to go. Bye. It's like, I'm out of here. There's plenty more of you if I ever need you.
Yeah.
I'll see you later. It's like I have this mentality now I don't need your number because there's 1,000 of you. And if I ever need your number, I can get your number then. Yeah. I'm going. Bye.
Yeah.
There's no need for like, oh, I missed that girl's number.
Yeah, for sure.
And I keep running into that Safeway, that same girl I tried to like get you.
We keep seeing her.
So we need to go there with you and me. She comes up the other day. I had my hat on and everything. I woke up and she's like checking my bags. I was like, hey, what's up? Blah, 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 blah. And I was thinking about saying, you remember I had my hot friend here? Thought I'd wait.
Yeah, till next time.
She's always there.
Yeah. I mean, she works a lot and she's looking for a good time.
She's always like friendly.
Yeah.
Oh, she got me from a mask. I was giving her shit about Mask Patrol, I think. That's what it was.
Oh, your mask was down?
Yeah.
So what happens when you get back here?
So anyway, she left. I come back up, and I tell them the story because I thought it was funny. They laughed. And I think that's when I got back, and we were just sort of chatting, and something came up about, like, her period. And I said, she's like, well, if it wasn't for my period, this would be on. And I go, well, show her. And so Cindy takes her back there, and she comes back out, and it's like, it's definitely on. You know, it was like, okay, this is happening, you know.
You said shower? She went in there and rinsed off?
No. I talked about the waterproof mattress. So now, this is the part where Sydney's listening, and she doesn't want to hear details. She should stop for about 10 minutes. I'll do a timer.
She was there.
No, I know, but she's in this weird state right now about the whole thing.
Yeah.
So 10 minutes, I'm going to put a 10-minute timer on where
we're
I'll
at
talk
the
about
30-minute mark now.
I'll talk about details.
Just tell her the 30-minute mark.
Well, I'm just going to say 10 minutes from now, and I'll say around the 30-minute mark.
Wow. So she's into it, too. She goes in there, shows her the bedroom.
She had a good time, man. Yeah. It was... both of them had a really good time.
She sees the bedroom, and she's like, okay, we can do this.
Yeah, no. So... okay, 10 minutes starting from now. I'll talk about whatever details. I'll make it 15. You never know.
Okay.
So it was awkward though because you know how like Yeah, if you're on a first date, you sort of you naturally progress to like the physical escalation. It was more direct progression, and I was like, you guys kiss. Show her how I kiss. You know, because they were talking about I kiss well, and I go, you show her how I kiss. So they went in for a peck, and then they started making out, and it was hot. I was like, oh god, yeah, that was hot. So they're making out for a minute, and then I kissed Sydney, and she's like, kiss her. She kiss my boyfriend. So I kissed her, but it was funny because
wait, Sydney said told her that?
Yeah. So I kissed her, and I held it for enough time that was good, but like I backed off quick enough.
Did you go all in, like held her at the?
Yeah, like I would kiss a girl, yeah. And it was a little bit vacant of emotion because there was like this worry, you know, because Sydney's in the background.
Mm-hmm.
This girl was funny because she would always be like, if Sydney's okay with it, I'm okay with it. Sydney's okay with it. She really liked Sydney.
Mm-hmm.
She liked me too, but it was more like she was really connected to Sydney a lot more and just wanted to make sure Sydney was cool with everything. So Sydney was telling her what to do the whole time, which was fucking hot. Like, suck his cock, swallow his cum. It's just like, it was, yeah, it was good because she would just tell her what to do.
She was already on ecstasy at this point.
Oh, God, yeah. So that happened. Oh, I did say something about that because I go, look, hey, I said, if any of this is happening, I won't consent before you guys do that shit. I don't want to anybody to do like MDMA and then afterward worry about consent. So they're like, oh, yeah, that's cool. We can do anything. I was like, okay. And so now you guys can do your shit, you know. And we won't say the date of when this happened because I don't want to say like what I might have taken on the air in case, you know.
Sure.
We'll just say at some point in the past, not now, I took some mushrooms at some point. But not a lot.
Right.
So not at this time.
No. It's gone.
No, that was a different time. I was talking about that I took that. It wasn't like Sunday or anything.
Way back.
It was like
traces are gone.
That was a twitch.
Yeah.
So no, so they ended up making out, and then I had them dancing. I took some video of them dancing, but the damn camera was set on. I pulled out the camera to video them dancing, and it was set on the wrong setting, so the camera it's all blurred, it's all fucked up. So they started dancing on the couch and
topless.
No, they still had their clothes on at that point. I actually took them to the bedroom with their clothes on, and I said, let's go in the bedroom. And then I put them on the bed making out, and I started taking some pictures of them making out. Oh, God, it was hot watching them make out. I was just like, oh. I was in heaven just watching them make out.
Yeah.
I didn't really do anything right away. I'm just like, oh, let me just watch them make out for a while. And then Sydney would make out with her, and then she's like, make out with my boyfriend. And then I'd make out with her for a bit, and then I'd make out with Sydney. And I can't remember if I fucked her first or Sydney first.
I'm guessing Sydney first.
No, I think I fucked her first.
Wow.
And then I fucked Sydney. Oh, no, she went to the bathroom while she was, because they were making out. We had all our clothes off at this point. And while she was in the bathroom, I just started fucking Sydney. I was like, oh, go and fuck you now. Started fucking Sydney. And, yeah, then when she came back, then I fucked her. And, I mean, you know, details are like fuzzy. All I know is she gave her great head. I was like, damn, she gives a good head. It was such a great picture when I was just standing up and they're both like right here. And I'm like, oh. And then I had that mirror. I've taken a picture of the mirror, which is a reflection of their heads. Perfect. Like right here. It was a great picture.
Yeah.
And then
you're banging. She comes out, and that's probably when
I'd stopped by the time she came out.
Oh, yeah?
She was in there a while. Mm-hmm. No, I didn't stop. I don't remember. She was in there a while. Oh, I think she was... I can't remember. I think Sydney ended up going in to see if she was okay.
I bet you she got in the shower and the water felt super fucking good.
I can't remember. Like, you know, she was on X. I can't remember exactly. Yeah. Before I forgot, girl got... she, from the X, because it, like, made her woozy. Mm-hmm. She ended up, like, throwing up in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm like, oh, Jesus.
Damn.
So she was okay. She's like, oh, man, I'm just, like, woozy. It was like... It's all right. Don't worry about it. So I stayed in the bathroom for a couple of days before I even bothered cleaning it up.
Did you guys end up using the toys?
No. No toys.
Wow.
We did. It was like a 4-hour in the bed.
Yeah.
Well, we fucked around, whirl, and like she would go down on Sydney because she had her period. She was really bloody too. I would come out. I ended up
Heavy.
using a condom with her, not with Sydney, and then I would have to go rinse off because it was like a lot of freaking blood. But that was when Sydney was. She was like, "Oh, is this okay?" And Sydney's like, "Trust me, it's fine. He doesn't give a shit." Because I just don't.
Yeah.
Like, do you give a shit about periods? I guess most guys do, because I am always surprised at the number of girls I run into that are like worried about it. And when I say I don't give a fuck, they just are surprised.
Yeah. It's not a deal breaker for me.
Yeah, I mean, I won't go down on the period.
No, me neither.
I'm not getting Red Wings anytime soon.
No.
But can you imagine?
It even kind of lubricates the whole thing. Even
It does make it wetter.
Yeah.
It just doesn't bother me. I don't know. I'm surprised guys get so bothered by it. It's like, whatever, it's pussy. What do you care?
Yeah.
It's like blood, semen, pussy juice, like creamy pussies. Like, who cares? It's blood. I'd be a vampire if I could. I can't. There's no such thing. But if I had to be any monster, any kind of like supernatural creature, I think vampire would be fucking cool. But it'd have to be a cool vampire. Not like those shit from Twilight that twinkle in the sun.
Yeah.
Fuck those people. They're pussy ass vampires. I'm talking about like vampire and not that show True Blood where they had those stupid looking fangs.
Well, like
I'm thinking like
Nosferatu?
Lestat. I'm thinking like Lestat from Anne Rice.
No.
Interview with a Vampire. That kind of vampire.
I know, yeah. I've heard
Lestat was a badass.
Does he wear leather? What does he wear?
Well, he's like Lestat is like one of the most powerful vampires that he ends up being. He's in Interview with a Vampire with Brad Pitt, and it's Tom Cruise plays him. But he has a book, his own book, The Vampire Lestat. He's a badass. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
In leather? Is that what you would wear?
I don't know. A vampire? I'd probably wear what I got now. This is a big good vampire outfit.
It is actually. All the necklaces.
Yeah, just like some fangs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that'd be a cool supernatural hero.
I think it'd be good.
Yeah. It has to be something about the way vampirism is like this thing that people like find attractive, and the way you kiss necks and bite, and it's just primal, some sort of primal thing. You ever been like you just want to sink your teeth into a girl's neck, but you don't want to hurt her, but at the same time you want to bite, and you just
Yeah, I had a girl who really liked biting your lip when you made out with her. She was super into biting.
Girls. I do that with girls all the time.
Yeah.
Not with Sydney all the time now.
Yeah,
but
and I got that from her. So I didn't think to bite somebody's lips until a girl.
Yeah,
she
it's
has
pretty hot though.
She has those tendencies.
Yeah.
So.
I'll tell you what, with this girl, it was super hot that she would look for Sydney for approval, and she'd be like, and so I'm banging this girl. So I banged her once missionary, just pounded away, and then I put her in prone bone and pounded her there. That was deep because I love it when you look and you can see their, their neck will extend, like laying on the bed, and I didn't end up coming the whole time.
Which I think is great.
I didn't really care.
I think that's cool.
I just was having a good time.
Yeah.
And then I ended up trying to put her on top in Cowgirl, but then my dick wasn't hard. So I was like, whatever, my dick's not hard. Let's just do something else.
Yeah.
And I felt a little bit tired at that point because we'd been moving on for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. So I said, let's take a break. And I went in the other room and we hung out for a while. And then she started texting her boyfriend. He was wondering how she was doing. And I knew she was going to have to go soon. And Sydney's like, "You gonna have to go soon?" She's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Well, let's take her in the back and fuck her one more time before she goes." So we took her back in the bedroom. And so then I ended up banging her missionary again, and I was just wailing away. And I could tell she was like, she was wanting to come, but she was having trouble. And I go, "Ask Sydney if it's." I go, "You can come for me. Ask Sydney if it's okay if you come." She looks over at Sydney. Sydney's like, "You can." She goes, "Can I come?" Sydney's like, "You can come." She's like, "Oh!" It just comes like right away.
Wow.
And she was just like, her pussy just grips down.
Yeah.
It was freaking hot, man. Because as soon as she asked Sydney for permission,
she went.
She just went boom,
Wow.
just convulsing and
writhing.
So she was a short little thing. She's probably like, you saw her picture. She's like what 5'2" or something.
Oh, really?
The video showed you the one where they were leaving, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
What'd you do this weekend? Those two asses right there. She was like, I think she was Latina black.
Yeah,
I think
that looks about right.
Yeah, had a little curly hair. I just found it like really interesting. Like 4 couples. I just have never been in a space where there's so many threesomes like thrown at people, like us or like asking, and it's just like they're all over the place now.
Yeah.
It's like all of a sudden they just came into my life like a lot. Like
Yeah.
people are hitting Sydney up for one. We got her approaching us for one.
Yeah. So I know you and Sydney, you guys are good after she leaves, but does it start
Sydney
to...
got weird about it after, but I think that was because she did that ecstasy, so I think she's in the come down stage.
That's for sure.
I mean, I sort of...
I mean, had she been
I told her, and she's like, well, they had sort of set it up. She's like, well, do you want to be our regular? And the girl's like, yeah. And then Sydney's like, I don't know if I want to see her again. And I go, look, I don't give a shit. I said, I know that we're going to pick up another girl whenever, so I'm not even worried about it. Like, whatever. Like, I know Sydney. She'll be like, feeling a sexy mood. There'll be other girls and whatever.
Yeah.
So I got no attachment to that girl. It was fun. It was great to fuck her. She was really cute. She had a nice little ass. I mean, it's like something most guys would give their fucking right nut for to kick, fuck two girls like that. But it's like, I don't need to do it again. I had no emotional attachment to the girl. She would have been a good regular if you're gonna have a regular, but I don't really want that to define our relationship. Just having threesomes all the time.
Yeah.
I want it to be just sort of once in a while.
Who broached the regular question? Was that Sydney?
Sydney did.
That's surprising.
But, you're in the moment, that kind of thing. I think it's probably better off not to have a regular with her. Because
I don't think you need a regular.
I mean, we can pick up a girl anytime we want. It's not a hard time.
What
Most people are like, you guys are a really hot couple. We get talked all the time.
What if you even told Sydney, hey, like, she was cool, but I don't think we should have a regular?
I told her, I said, I don't really give a shit about her. I already told her. I told her, and Sydney was like telling her, maybe once or twice a month. And I said, that's way too much. I said, even if it was a regular, once or twice a month is too much. I don't want her to become a relationship.
Yeah.
So, and that's me not wanting that. That's not even Sydney not wanting that. First, I don't want to deal with a 23-year-old's fucking problems. Really? She's got a boyfriend too?
Yeah.
I got to deal with that shit? I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah, no.
So.
Sounds a little too complicated.
It's just too complicated. Yeah, like, we could go to a rave anytime and pick up a girl. That's not going to be hard at all.
What you're going to this weekend?
Yeah, we're going to see Fisher on Saturday. It's from 2 to 9. It's an early one.
So it's going to be her and her friends and you.
Yeah, but we got VIP tickets, so we probably won't see her friends very much.
Just you and Sydney?
Yeah.
So.
And then I'm going to Diplo in October. There's an all-day one up in San Francisco. And my buddy Ben, who's a DJ.
He's doing a thing?
He's got there's Beyond's, I can't remember their name. There's another one the week before Diplo. Well, Diplo, it's not just Diplo. There's a lot of people. And then he's having a before party, which I want to go to.
Oh, okay.
Some DJs and some crypto people there.
Sweet.
I'm supposed to go to Vegas next weekend.
Really?
I don't know if I want to go. I'm thinking about going up for the night. I talked to Alex about getting a table at the Chainsmokers, which is at this club called Club XS.
That's a band?
It's a DJ. It's DJ.
They have like a residency or something?
Yeah, Diplo has a residency there, and so does Chainsmokers.
Oh wow!
And I said it might be cool to just get a table and just chill. Like it's like man, if we all went in, it's like $400 a piece. But it's gonna be $150 to get in the door either way, and now you got table service.
Yeah.
And just chill.
Could be cool.
Like I ain't even interested in fucking nobody. Like I just want to go chill.
Yeah.
Chill. Got my cowboy hat on, no shirt, and fucking chill back, man.
In the fucking desert, man.
Like just don't give a shit.
That sounds kind of cool.
It's so great to turn girls down too. It's such a freaking awesome experience when you're like, okay, I don't know how many girls like. I'll be talking to for whatever reason. I'll be like, all right, I gotta see my girlfriend now. I'll see you later. Just freaking walk off. It feels so good to not care. Just really to not like. Anyway, should I show my testosterone stuff?
Show it and bring it out.
All right. So I hadn't shot it in a couple of days, but so I went to the VA like a few years ago, and I said I want to get my testosterone checked because I guess for men or for anybody, testosterone is emotionally balancing hormone. I'm guessing I don't know, but I'm guessing that's why men are like less emotional than women a lot of times. It's more testosterone in their system, but it's also important to be balanced. So you need to take sort of the same amount. And so my testosterone wasn't bad. It was like 550, and I think the limit for them to do therapy was 600.
Yeah,
so I was just under it. But a teenage boy would be in the 1500 range, and a lot of guys are really low. And I would always say it was a game changer for me. It made me feel better. It balanced my mood. So initially when I got it, I had a prescription for it. But, I mean, it was like it was like they had this standard prescription protocol. It wasn't really personalized enough. And there's some other places that'll actually are really good at it. But I'd already found like how to get the stuff without prescription. So I don't really, if I had to go someplace for 2 weeks and not take it, it would be fine. So when I first got it, it was funny because I ended up with this needle. They ended up sending me this one vial, and it was like a thing like this to inject it with. Big ass. It was like here, I'll show it. It was a big ass damn needle. And this like 20-something gauge thing. And
so when you go to this place, they let you choose the dose you want, or what?
No. It was prescribed dose. So I need to actually get my levels checked. I haven't been checked in a while because I need to know what I need to be taking, and I can't do that without checking my levels. So this big fucking needle, they would have like something like that putting in my leg.
So you just screwed the needle into the gauge, and you're gonna fill the gauge up.
Yeah, but this isn't what I'm going to use to inject with. This is what I initially was injecting with. It's something like this because this is what they gave me to inject with, and then I found out you can just use an insulin needle.
Oh wow.
So insulin needle, you can see it's a
Much
lot
smaller.
less, right? But I found like when I try to get it out of the vial. Oh shoot! I need my alcohol. Oh wait, I got swabs here. I can use those. So what I'll do is you can actually draw it directly out of the vial with this. But what I'll do is I'll draw like 3 times worth with this, and then I'll just fill up this with this.
Oh, okay. Comes in a little glass vial.
So there's different types you can get. I use testosterone cypionate for the most part. There's ethanate too. I usually like to look in it because since at room temperature, sometimes it'll crystallize. Like this one's crystallized, and you'll have to heat. What I'll do is if it crystallizes, I'll get like my pot that heats up water. I'll heat it up to 212. I'll put this in water. I'll put something on top, pour water on it, and let it the crystals form. Because what can happen is if you get those little crystals and you shoot them into you, they can hurt.
Yeah, I bet.
But those crystals are actually the testosterone.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes, so this comes from actually labs. Even though I get it not from prescription, but from an overseas company. Actually, this is a U.S. one. This is actually still a lab stuff. It's the same stuff you would get if you had a prescription. It's not that hard to get. It's funny if you just go to the doctor and tell them you're transsexual. Is that okay now to say? Then they'll give it to you. But if you're just like, I want to feel better, they don't give it to you. They give you a hassle about it. It's fucking retarded. Let me see. I'll open this one up if it doesn't have crystals, so I don't have to heat it. Because I usually finish one before I open another one, but I don't want to shoot crystals into me. Sometimes you can end up getting these bigger ones, which are still legitimate, but this is stuff
It's chunky.
this isn't from the same kind of lab. This is something one of the bodybuilder friends of mine gave me. So this is shit like bodybuilders are using. You can see how much testosterone is in there.
Yeah.
It's basically it's called stuffed. It's over and so it's really hard to gauge how much you're getting out of this because you really don't know. This is something I would use this if I didn't have any of this, but I pretty much it's just spare right now.
What you call wax.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it'll turn back into liquid if you put heat on it. So it'll come with these. It's easy to pop those off.
Pull it back a little.
Okay.
There you go.
It'll have these little blue things. You just pop it off, and then you're good. You're not ever exposing this to air, so it's really hard to get bacteria in there. I use for alcohol, I use a 70% solution because if you use 90% solution, it actually doesn't kill the bacteria as well. I guess
less is more.
Yeah, what happens I think is it kills something about the way it permeates their cells. It kills them too fast, or I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's too concentrated.
Yeah.
70 takes a little longer to kill them.
Yeah,
so it kills more of them. It's something like that.
Okay.
This prep pad is 70%. I usually just use a cotton ball or a cotton thing
liquid stuff.
And the liquid, yeah. And then I'll usually which one was it? It was this one. The thing is, like, I've thought about, like, should I refrigerate this? But then if you refrigerate it, it gets more crystals in it. So it's like you can't really refrigerate it. So then I'll, like, rub this for about 30 seconds because I want to kill all the bacteria.
Oh, on the lid.
Yeah.
And you're doing one on your skin?
I'll do a scan. Yeah. So the only, like, I think hesitancy I have here is I'll leave stuff in here for a couple of days while I'll fill it up for a couple of days worth. This is the part that isn't really science, is how much I'm taking right now, because I really need to do level check, and I need to stabilize because I've been missing doses, and I need to do a level check. I know I'm short because I can always tell I'm short and haven't forgotten my doses when I start to get more emotional.
I see.
So these aren't really that liquidy yet, but they'll work.
Yeah, they're doing it. You wipe the lid down for the tea bottle real good.
Yeah. So I spent about 30 seconds just to make sure I kill all the bacteria. Just to make sure I don't touch it. And
Yeah, it's going straight into your bloodstream, so you want to make sure it's...
Well, yeah, I mean, of course you can always get a bacteria in you, but you also get bacteria all the time, too.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think it's the law of large numbers. Eventually, if you do it enough times and you don't kill the bacteria, you're going to get an infection. So it's sort of like, let's limit that.
To it, yeah. Is that blue thing right there the lid for the bottle?
Yeah, see how it's, there's a metal thing. You just,
I see.
basically it comes on, you just pop it off.
Yeah.
And then it's just to keep it, I guess to keep it sterile or...
Yeah.
So I used to, I'll just like leave that there and make sure nothing gets on it while I'm prepping the other thing. Oops. So I used to, I don't know what the right way of this is. I used to, like, when I was going to put it out, I would like push air in and then pull it out again. But that doesn't, it seems like the more you use it over and over and over again, it seems to change the pressure. It seems to be pressure problems with it. Like, I think that works for, like, a one-time dose, but it's hard to use for, like, multi-doses like this. So what I'll do now is, all you got to do is, like, just, there's a bullseye right in the middle. You just stick it in, and then I'll just, like, pull it back. You can feel the pressure. It's actually hard to pull back.
It's in there? Oh,
Yeah.
I see it dripping.
Yeah.
Oh, it's dripping real fast.
See, I lost the... Oh, okay, I went past the liquid. I had the needle in too far. That was my fault. I screwed that up. I should have pulled the... I got to pull it back a little bit because it was the air... When it goes past the needle, it pulls the air out. So then I'll just let it fill. I'll only do one dose worth this time. I don't really care about wasting these things. What I'm usually doing is, I used to do 100 for a week. Now I'm doing 100, like 200 a week, but I'll do them at like, I'll do like 50 every other day. Of the insulin units.
What are you filling up to right now?
See, if I'm behind a little bit, so I think what I'm going to do is fill it up for 2 uses, and I'll use it again tomorrow, which will be up to, are these milliliters? What are these? It says 3.
Milliliters.
I'm going to go up to 1, so it'll be 2 uses, basically. I've lost suction. Damn it. These things can be a pain in the ass. So it's not pulling anymore. What I'll do, I don't know if this is right or wrong. I'll just I'll just restart. If it's like giving me hassle, I'll just do that and I'll like restart it. And then I'll pull it back again if I'm losing the pressure. All right. There we go.
That seemed to do it.
Yeah. Sometimes there can be a hassle. I mean, I don't exactly know what I'm doing. I'm not a nurse, right? Whatever. That's enough for the video to do. So it's got 1.5 in it. Whatever. I got so many of these. So then what I'll do, this is the part I've heard you try to keep it from hitting the sides. I think that may be because of bacteria and stuff. I'll just do this, and I'll put in, I'll just fill this up. I don't let it hit the needle. Oh, shit, I touched the microphone. I'll clean it. I'll just fill this up to the 100 spot. Now, one important thing I do is I pull this out and immediately pull it back so it doesn't drip all over everything. And then I'll just put the top back on. And then I can just use that tomorrow. But wait, I said I touched this on the microphone. No, tell him what's on that damn microphone.
Yeah. You wipe down the pusher a little bit.
Yeah,
Sure.
I don't usually, but since I touched it
Sure.
and I touched. See if it stands up. No, it
I don't
won't.
think so.
Since I did touch that, I'll do that because I don't feel like getting an infection. Don't touch it with my hands either. Just make sure I touch it with this.
I just stroke the shaft a little.
So then what I'll do is I'll let the bubble go to the top, and then that'll let me push in the plunger a little bit further.
Oh, that's cool.
Then I can just like let it there, and then I can give it to myself.
So you do the same spot every time?
No, if you do it to the same spot every time,
Leave marks?
it just I guess crystals it can sort of get scar tissue.
Uh-huh.
So the spots I'll usually use are here, here, and my ass cheeks. My left is harder to reach. I'll get Cindy to do that.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be able to use other muscles too, which I probably should explore as much as I use it. But,
So you do the big chunky meat areas.
yeah, it's so there's different ways to inject. You can use sub-Q, which is more like you pinch the skin, it goes into the fat, and then there's intramuscular where it goes into the muscles. These needles are. There's a 5/16, which is not the right one. These are 1/2 inch needles, so they're enough to go into the muscle.
Okay.
They have to be long enough to reach the muscle. I have some sub-Q ones that I use when I do
Shorter?
human growth hormone.
They're shorter?
Yeah, they're shorter. They're like yeah, like this. See, small, short it is.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that would I would just I don't
Pop,
actually,
yeah.
I don't want to do it
Squeeze
right now,
it.
but then I would like
You squeeze
see
a
how
little.
much weight I've gained since I've been drinking beer.
Yeah.
Dude, I got to give up alcohol. It has gotten me way too hefty these days.
Yeah.
This is the worst shape I've been in 5 years.
Oh, really?
And I'm getting more attention than ever from girls. It's ridiculous.
Well, there you go. So for that, you just squeeze the fat a little and then push right into
what
it.
I'll do for that is
I'll just turn up the level.
I'll just like pinch the fat bit, push it right like at an angle in there, and that'll get so cute. So then it's like I'm super still. Yeah, this is like the worst I've been in like a
Yeah.
long time, dude.
The results are good, though.
Well, I don't know how. It just proves that like if you have a better body, like even how much more
Yeah.
opportunity you get.
Yeah.
So can you hear me okay?
Mhm.
So then I'll just prep the site the same way, just like 30 seconds. God, I hate these little prep pads. They're so small.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, just wipe down the skin a little while.
Yeah.
30 seconds, and then this needle's good to go in. Basically anywhere on that area, right?
Yeah, I mean, anywhere this muscle is. I think you could also do here. You could do here.
Yeah.
I need to sort of figure out where I can do, and I haven't done it. I haven't really.
What about the bicep? You could do the bicep.
I think you could, but I don't know. It feels like it would hurt more. This
Yeah.
doesn't hurt at all.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I take that back. It sometimes can. It's a. First of all, this needle's super fucking small. Like this needle compared to that needle,
Yeah.
I can't believe they had me injecting with this damn thing. And if you inject in your thigh, that's one place you can inject, but there's a lot more nerve endings there.
Uh-huh.
It fucking hurts, dude.
I can't imagine.
You hit the wrong nerve.
Yeah.
Oh.
Go numb.
Yeah. I hate these little pads. Then it doesn't matter if there's a little bit of air. It's not like you're going to kill yourself with an air bubble. It's not going into a vein. And then sometimes it's weird. Like you'll bend the needle and it won't move, and you have to transfer the liquid to a different needle.
Oh, that sucks.
But just put it in and just plunge it down. But I just plunge it fast. I don't even. Sometimes it can hurt. Depends on.
You ever get it dripping back out a little bit?
Sometimes it'll bleed. Not all the time. I usually wipe it down after. That would actually hurt. Sometimes these it just depends on the. This is SIP. Sometimes SIP usually doesn't feel as bad as. I've got ethanate too. Testosterone ethanate. This is SIPinate. They have different half lives.
Mm-hmm.
Cypionate I usually find hurts less, but that one actually hurt quite a bit.
Oh wow.
It'll be achy,
Yeah.
which is not normal for cypionate, but whatever.
Yeah. I'll definitely consider replacement therapy when I get older.
Yeah, you need to wait until you get older, though, because once you're on it forever.
Sure.
Or you can, I think, get back off of it again, but you have to methodically be taken.
I think what I'll do as I get a little older is just take
Wait a minute, this is my trash one.
is take the supplements that can increase your testosterone.
Yeah, you're better off doing everything you can. The thing is, at some age, there's
just
nothing
happens.
you're going to do.
No, for sure.
We're not really made to live this long.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, definitely wait until your body definitely can't do anything but
you wipe it down a little bit after, and then,
you're
if you have a sharp disposal, it's good because they have needles on them. But
yeah.
then just get rid of the trash, and you're good.
Yeah. That's a cool little tutorial on how to inject heroin.
Yeah, and getting the stuff isn't that difficult. Oh, this was the trash one. There's like pharmacies you can go to that are legitimate. And I have a test kit to see it has test. You can't really tell how much testosterone it has, but you can test it and make sure there's testosterone. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it crystallizes, it's good.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. We clocked in over an hour on this one, so let's wait till the next one.
Yeah.
After the rave, we'll do another name out of the box.
Yeah, I want to do also like a product, like talk about some products I use.
We did the Phoenix a couple episodes back.
Yeah.
That was good. I think you did that before.
I found that new sage stuff for your hair. It's amazing.
Maybe that'll be a good one to do.
And I want to talk about the PRP for it's making my hair grow back. Like my missing hair is growing back.
Did the doctor take pictures when you started?
Yeah, there's a difference.
And you got like something before you hit a
dude.
presentation?
There's friggin' hair there. It's weird. I mean, it's still thin, but it's growing.
Yeah, that's laser therapy.
It's funny thing is you don't need it, but it's like why not have it if you can have it?
Sure. Yeah.
Like objectively, having hair is better than not having hair. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
Yeah.
People are like, you don't need hair, and I'm like, of course you don't. I got laid a lot with a freaking missing hair here.
Yeah.
Ask girls, I'd say something like to a couple of girls, and then they're like, you're missing hair, and I was like, yeah. And they're like, holy shit, they didn't even know. But objectively, it's still better to have hair,
Sure.
versus not having hair.
Yeah, and there's a lot of interesting stuff
Unless
out there.
you're Lex Luthor.
Yeah, you pull it off, but then you're a billionaire. It's interesting stuff because I knew about the surgical ways, but this is like non-invasive fucking.
No, they just pull the. I'll talk about it more in detail because we're getting to an hour. But they pull the platelets. They pull your blood out. They separate the platelets. They put the. What's the other stuff? The plasma back in. I'll talk about it a little more in detail.
And then later on top of that.
And it just grows back.
Cool.
Your own hair.
Yeah, your own real stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, get that into that on the next one then.
Yeah. Cool, man.
Sweet.
All right.
Here we go.